No, come here. It does matter. I'm sorry, kid. Amber felt bad. Really bad. She could see it in his face that he was really hurt. What's your name? Carlton? Cameron, he answered. Amber could hear the heartbreak in his voice. Her heart slumped in its leathery pouch. I'm getting kind of drenched. Maybe I'll stand under there with you. She stepped under the umbrella with him. She could smell his damp hair. She finally noticed him. Him in his entirety. His long black hair covered his sweet face. His slightly turned up nose, his thin lips to match his twig-thin body. Not bad. For a girly man. I am Amber. She stuck out her hand. I guess I've been kind of an idiot to you, and it's kind of my defense. Cameron grabbed her hand and felt himself melt away. He could feel his face turning red again, and he could feel his ears getting hot. Oh God. I don't know how many of you are familiar with a boy's anatomy, but when a boy gets excited, generally there are things that happen to them. Cameron had a giant something brewing in his genital male areas. He hoped she didn't notice. Cameron could feel himself swelling. He had to Hannah Montana his way out of this one, hoping Amber wouldn't notice. Her smell intoxicated him as they walked away from the school. He was hanging from her every word. And then he forgot my birthday again. Amber was talking about her father because she could really rant about something that she had a burning hatred for. But what about you, Cam? Oh God, he's been talking to her for 3 minutes and she's already nicknamed him. Cameron just about squealed out loud. She wanted to know about his life. What was there to say about it? Oh, I got dumped and spent the whole day pouting in my bedroom because I thought I loved her, but now I love you, so I'm good with stalking you now. Wouldn't work. Cameron had to think. Hard. Well, there's not much to say, Cameron confessed. Well, then say it all. I like cameras? I have an expensive one. I saved up for 3 years to buy it. I used to have a girlfriend, but she dumped me because I'm boring and I like cameras. I guess I'm really into school. I hate it when people smoke and... Amber cut him off and gave him her best pissed off, offended face. What's wrong with smokers? We're not forcing you to smoke. You don't know how hard it is to quit. Cameron stood quiet. His bottom lip trembled. What? Am I making you cry? Amber snapped. My dad died from lung cancer when I was 10. He never smoked a day in his life. He worked on an assembly line. A lot of people there smoked. He inhaled a lot of secondhand smoke. Tears swelled up in the corners of his eyes. It was a memory he never really wished to revisit. Amber had felt her heart slump again. Why was she such a dickhead to this boy? I'm sorry, I didn't know. I just say things sometimes. I don't really consider what the words might mean to other people. You couldn't possibly know. You just started listening to me complain about my life. Cameron let the tears roll down his face. Amber felt a lump in her throat. Eyeliner streamed down her rosy cheeks. Crying kind of felt good. Amber felt her anger melt away. At least a little. Cameron noticed Amber crying too. He grabbed her hand, not even thinking of what he was doing, and hauled her close, letting the umbrella fall to the ground. They stood in a hug, crying, drenched together. Amber let herself sob in Cameron's arms, feeling his body up against hers. She could feel him inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. She could hear his heart beating, softly, breathly in her ear. She could smell him. He smelled like fabric softener and antiperspirant. Cameron felt so strong, yet so vulnerable. She could tear him apart at any moment, rip into his chest and haul out his beating heart, but she knew she couldn't. At least not for now. Cameron held her tighter, resting his chin against her forehead. He never noticed how short she was. She was perfect hugging height. She fit right into his arms. They were two puzzle pieces, finally meeting their matching edges. You're perfect, he whispered, not realizing he'd actually said it. He felt warm all over. Amber punched him lightly and lovingly in the gut. Don't get too comfortable, because I ain't your girlfriend. I know. Can I show you something? Cameron let her go, picked up the umbrella and motioned for her to follow him. Only if it's somewhere I can buy a lighter. Amber grabbed the umbrella from Cameron and took his hand. Cameron's heart stopped for a minute. No lighters, but an amazing view. You camera nerds and your great view places. Amber shook her head. Cameron walked quickly for what seemed like forever to Amber, but she happily followed him. Ever since Cameron was little, he went exploring. He did not have very many friends, but he had tons of places he could take Amber. But there were two places in particular that were special to him. He had not even shown Ashley these places, but he wanted eagerly to impress Amber. Cameron put his umbrella back in his backpack, which he left on the ground, and climbed a tree. Amber trustingly followed. He waited on every branch to help her up. Amber felt kind of loved to have someone help her and show her something special. When they got about halfway up the old tall bare tree, Cameron stopped. Amber steadied herself by holding onto Cameron's shoulders. Cameron swung his arm back and pulled her in front of him on a large branch. He put his hands on her hips and rested his chin on her forehead. "Can you see?" "Yeah, if I stand on my toes," she whispered back. She could hear the birds having conversations. She could see the squirrels running across branches a few yards away from her. "This place is nice. How did you find it?" I spent a lot of time alone, to be honest." "Wait, I'm supposed to be at school right now." Cameron realized while he was in La La Land with Amber, he'd been skipping second period. Cameron helped her down from the tree quickly and raced her back to school, holding hands tightly. Cameron's heart pounded wildly. He was in love. "Missy? Misty! You looking at the camera now?" "Yeah, you looking at the camera now."